Hello and welcome to part 18 of my Let's Play / stream of Final Fantasy XIV. We're here to get the remainder of the jobs and try and get them as high a level as we can. So first things first, let's go and complete the Archer's quest and become a bard. Well, let me know. Would we have had time for a banter? But it's all up in arms here. Yet another XIV dirigible has been spotted over the Twoswood. You see, their reappearance calls to mind the Battle of Griffin's Crossing. Well, I say battle more. Well, most have agreed that massacre would have been more of that. The XIV dealt us a crushing defeat that day. Right around this time of year, it was more than 2 decades past. A humiliating episode in our history, to be sure, but heavens forbid that we will ever forget it. Failure is the finest, if not the kindest, of teachers, and few things drive a woman better than its sing. But let's speak of cheerier matters. Mayhap you have already heard, but a renowned archer has recently returned to the Twoswood. The one they call the God's Bow. It's just a title, of course. His birth name is Jeffanel, and he was once a god's quiver. The man was a legend even then, and there was no honour greater than being taken under his tutelage. But that's not all there is to him, mind you. Jinjo has also a skilled bard, one of the rare few capable of inspiring others to great feats through song. Upon learning that the God's Bow has returned, dozens of us flock to him in hopes of training under a legend, yours truly included. Alas, the meeting haven't unfolded quite as we had hoped. Jintel has refused to teach each and every suitor that has approached him thus far. Though it should be mentioned that topics he is reluctant to instruct us in do not include poetry and song, he seems exceedingly keen to teach us about all of them. Some few of us attempted to take him up on the offer, save that we have the nation to defend. Far be it from my intent to belittle all those bards out there, but I like my chances rather better charging into battle with a quiver than a harp. And here we are hoping to transcend mastery of the bow might be ours. By the sparkle in your eyes, I wager you have interest in that self-same poetry and song. Come now, there's no call for shyness, and is more to life than battle. If you would present yourself as a pupil to Jintel, but I happen to know of his whereabouts. I've given to understand that he has made his camp somewhere west of Quarry Mill in the South Shroud. Jintel is an agreeable sort of fellow and should be willing enough to meet with you. Truth be told, I'm still holding on hope. If you could find a way into Jintel's confidence, mayhap he can be yet persuaded to train us. I wish you the best of luck, friend. Alright. So he's hiding in a tree, if I remember correctly. Another guest. You are kind to pay me a visit, young one. Naught gives us elderly folk more pleasure than the company of the young. Add to that a steaming pot of tea and the beauty of the Twoswood, and we could want for a little more. Ah, but the curl of your lips tells me that the tea and scenery are not what you desire. You seek our knowledge of archery, I take it. In which case, I'm afraid I must disappoint you. Menno, was it? Yes. I am Jeff Patel. Jan Patel. G Patel. Jahantel. Jahantel? We'll go with Jahantel. Hello.
Hello.
Well, the one they call the God's bow, but was in another life. I've long cast aside my bow, taking instead a harp to my breast. For years I have lived as a bard, going wherever the wind blows, exulting in the beauty of creation through song. How are you?
I'm tired.
To be sure, I still have eyes to recognise a promising archer when I see one, and you, young one, have promise. Keep your nose to the grindstone, and one day you may count yourself as a virtuoso of the bow. Yet known that virtuosity is worthless without virtue. Aye, the words of a bard of the Vaganos fool tells us as much. You truly wish to remain and learn the poetry in verse? Well, I must admit, it being rather taken aback. It's certainly certain uncertain days as these, there are few indeed who would devote their time to song as opposed to more tangible endeavours. You intrigue me, young one. I find myself growing curious as how the melodies of old might find expression through you. I do believe a certain friend of mine would be of the self-same opinion. Aye, that would be a good place for us to begin. Listen well, Minnow. There's a Moogle named Puki, who can often be found wandering in the area situated east of here. I would have you present yourself to him. Puki is possessed of the discerning eye for talent. If he sees the potential in you, I should be well satisfied that you indeed have the makings of a bard. Hear me, O President Afatak. Turn thee over the hourglass of time, and it might gaze upon the battles of yore. Puki. Sounds like a recipe for disaster, and speak of a bloody Moogle. Anyway, you're tired, are you?
Yeah.
What's used to be tired these days? That is not the way. How'd you do on the crack pot? Nothing. Hurrah! How could this have happened? It's just so embarrassing, a blunder of the ages, Kupo. You understand what I'm saying, don't you? It is a rare talent, I allow, but you have caught me at a bad time, Kupo. Now be a good adventurer and show yourself out. Jehan Tel sent you. You should have said sooner, Kupo. You do know that Jehan Tel is no ordinary bard, yes? His songs can slave your heart and strengthen your resolve. They can banish your fears and fill you with hope, and that's not even scratching the surface. Why, to hear him perform is like bathing in sunbeams, Kupo. I have listened, begged and pled more times than I can count for Jan Hantel to stay and sing in the forest. Only now has he designed to set foot here again, and he's refreshing to sing for us. That's a blatant breach of promise, Cooper. What is this? Why your being resonates with the course similar to Jan Hantel's, perhaps even identical, Cooper. By the 12th, this means that things may yet turn out as planned, or you might even have it in you to surpass the man, and that's saying a lot, Cooper. Egad, your coming has excited me. My predicament nigh escaped my mind. There's a charm that I had meant to give to Jen Hantel, you see, but it was stolen as I napped, Cooper. I roused just in time to espy the thief and attempted to give chase. Alas, drowsiness robbed me of my balance, and I was delayed by this tree. Typical Moogle. Last I saw the overbold brigand, he and possibly she was scurrying towards Taker's Rock, Cooper. Now I realise that it was with only just me, but you would mind recovering the charm of the living to Jen Hotel in my stead. So I'm going to be fighting my way through these lot. Fuck it, come on. Whee! And whee again. Whee!
From there.
Whee! The upside down shot. The archer. Never gets old. Get down there. Have you recovered the charm? So, just reading out. You did it, Kupo. Please, you must now deliver it to Duja and tell him that Pokey tells him thinks him a cunning rogue, but excited nevertheless. So excited, in fact, that he cannot help but sing Koopa Lolo.
And that's the beast tried done for the day.
Oh, I need to do them. I can't do a wee. Okay. Welcome back, Minnow. You have a charm and a message from a Pukano Pokey, you say. Cunning rogue I am. Suppose I must explain that Pukano Pokey and I go back a long way to when I first took up the harp. I made a promise to him then, one that I have yet to make good on. Pukano Pokey has long desired that I remain in the Twoswood to sing for the rest of my days. Regrettably, I have been ill and unable to oblige him. Duty calls, you see. I had battlefields to stand upon and comrades to protect. Moreover, an event came to pass that rendered my being in the Twoswood problematic. I thought that by taking eager souls such as you under my wing mayhap would suffice to appease Pukano Pokey. Of course, he saw straight through my little ruse. What Moogles lack in grace, they amply make up in wit. I thought you were doing the treasure map thing. Was that next weekend? Was that Sunday?
That's tomorrow.
Tomorrow. Yeah. The creatures have great lovers of song. That you may return with this charm is proof positive of his high regard for your potential as a bard and archer both. The charm is a crystal known as the soul of the bard. Pukano Pokey asked that you bring it to me. We meant for you to have it. It is a gift from the Moogles bestowed upon those who deemed worthy of walking the path of the true bard. The soul of the bard harpens memories of the past versus the refrains sung of the bards of old. As you gain in word experience, more of these memories will find expression through your being, imbuing your song with powers untold. Now it may surprise you to hear that bowmen and bards are next to kin, but the same token mastery of the song is dependent upon one's prowess as an archer. The sense in this will be lost upon you at first, but in time the realization will draw that the bow and the harp are both strung instruments played by the same hand. Go now, Minnow, and let your body and soul drink deep of the melodies of old. When we next meet, I hope that you have fully fledged bard standing before me, one who exceeds even Pukano Pokey's wildest expectations. Bard. Seriously?
Getting attacked.
Mm-hmm. Ah, yes, the Wanderers, the one. The Wanderers paying, as I call it, the get out of jail free card for being stupid. Because you can remove stuff from you.
Yeah.
Right.
If you remember to use it.
Oh, I always remember to use it when I get doom or shit on me. Don't worry about that. Alright. Bard unlocked. Back to Gridania. Lancer time.
Have fun.
Can I have what's... The thing is though, do I have space in the armory for... to the Lancers Guild.
Quickest way to level up is the hunting log.
It is, yeah. Hunter's log, yeah.
Yeah. Bath and Fates.
Okay. I remember that. Oops. No. I want to see what you just said to me all over again. I think I need to read it out loud. Gillian. Welcome to the Lancers Guild, Adventurer. If you seek to refine your skills with the polearm, then you have come to the right place. Here at the Lancers Guild, spear wielders gather to train from one another and further hone their abilities under the tutelage of our fine instructors. Do you seek membership with us? Very well. I shall provide you with an insight into the history of our guild. More than just an instrument of war, the spear is also a tool for hunting, and with game ever plentiful in the Twicewood, weapon has been the mainstay of locals here since before the founding of Gridania. With the passing of time, our nation became a gathering place for the spearmasters from across the realm, many eager to test their mettle against the famed might of our wood whalers. And it is here in Gridania that their myriad fighting styles came into contact, eventually giving rise to the art taught here today. That spear technique could be formalised from all owned, much to the founding of the Lancers Guild by the Woodwader captain, Miss Dell, nigh a century past. The tradition of accepting students from without as well as within Gridania's borders persists to this day, ensuring that the art of the polearm may not only survive, but also continue to evolve. Well, there you have it. I hope this brief history of the guild and has helped to settle any doubts in your mind. The Lancers Guild is always eager to welcome new initiates. If you have the will to enlist, speak with me again, and we can begin the enrollment procedures. Well then, have you made up your mind and you may list in the Lancers Guild? Excellent. I shall let the Guildmaster Ewain know you to expect you. All who seek admittance to our rank must present themselves before him. He will judge if you are fit to become one of us. Pray make your way to the training area within. The Guildmaster awaits you there. Well met, adventurer. I understand you wish to learn the Lancer's art under our roof. I see that you have some combat experience, yet it remains to be seen if such skills you have acquired may avail you here. But no matter, in my capacity as Guildmaster, I shall guide your training beginning with the very basics, the principles of our art. There exist a myriad fighting styles, each of which has its own unique qualities. None, however, can claim to be as offensively minded as ours. Our approach has ever one of attack, no matter who or what we face, and jumping out of arenas. The experienced Lancer, sorry.
That one is classic.
Yeah, it's a classic, the meme class. An experienced Lancer is able to wield the polearm as if it was an extension of his body. He transforms into a raging storm before his foes, delivering a barrage of devastating thrusts and slashes until they were nerfed. To facilitate such a relentless assault, we Lancers forego plate, favouring armour of leather and chain. Such materials as provided adequate protection without unduly hindering movement. A Lancer's worth may be measured quite simply in how swiftly and decisively he can pierce his enemy's defences. By its nature, the polearm is a simple weapon to wield, for good or ill. Even in a farmer's hand, it is capable of wreaking considerable havoc. Thus has it been a mainstay of every great army since ancient times. Yet known that a lance alone does not a lancer make. Faced with unfavourable odds, an unseasoned spearman will break formation and flee without a moment's hesitation. A true lancer, however, flinches not before his enemies, for he knows that he knows not the meaning of fear. Ever does he press forward, disdained of the odds that he might pierce the enemy line and open a path to victory. Needless to say, doing so requires no small amount of courage, and that is why our guild has striven from the first to instill its essential quality in every soul who passes through our halls. Arduous trials await you should you join our ranks. Knowing this, have you the resolve to wield the lance? Well said, adventurer. I see no reason to deny your place within our ranks. But I've neglected to introduce myself. I'm Ewain, master of this guild. Pleasantries duly exchanged, I shall add your hunting log to the names of the creatures to your hunting log, the name of creatures against which the lancer might hone his skills. In celebration of the occasion, hereby present you with your very own spear. Arm yourself with it and speak with me once more. I would have you undertake your first task, a trial to be precise. I just hope I still have my level 1 stuff to put on. Yeah, I do. Ooh. Create a new set. Let's and move it down. And then we will glam. Yeah. So you were able to discern one end of the spear from another. Good. You are doubtless eager to put your new weapon to the test, which is well for you, for I have the test in mind, or rather, a trial. In order to develop the affinity with your weapon and learn to gauge such things from distance, you should go forth and pit yourself against the creatures that roam outside the city. The squirrels, ladybugs, and fungaras should provide you with a suitable challenge. Put down, let's say, 3 of each, and then report back to me. Well, shit. Got rid of mine, that's not one of my oranges. Well, yeah. Give XP boost.
Could give you some food.
That's okay. Right, where do you want me to kill these things? I'm pretty sure they're outside the Serpent's Gate, if I remember correctly. Central Shroud. Central Shroud. Central Shroud. Blue Badger Gate. Pray return to Lugadania. Yay.
Pray return to the waking sand.
Don't worry, I'm not going to make everyone sit through me going through 30 levels. I do that off stream. So initially, I'm just unlocking the initial quests at the start, and then maybe if I'm level 5, I'll do the level 5. Fuck.
You should show some of the slug.
Yeah, it doesn't make for interesting content, now, does it?
No, but it's a good way to show them how you just tip.
But I'm kind of helped by the fact I have magic earrings. They might not have the magic earrings. So you are back. I trust you have learned something of the essence of our art. A lancer learns best when he is doing each thrust, making him stronger. Such things as strategy and technique will come in time. You will never forget courage. Never forget courage. Without it, you cannot hope to realize your potential. Your look betrays no hint of doubt. That is well. It is clear that you see the truth of my words. That will be all for the present. Now take your weapon, sally forth, and cut a path for yourself. When next we meet, I hope to see you stronger for the time out in the world. I'll do level 5. You have returned. I take that from your presence that you have gained a measure of familiarity with your weapon. Good. You are ready to begin the next phase of your training. You recall my telling you that it takes no courage to be a lancer. Now, in general terms, courage is the strength to do something which finds unnerving. However, a lancer's notion of courage is not so simple. Having first drawn the distinction between courage and recklessness, he then divided the former into 2 aspects. I would have you learn each with the spear in hand. First is composure. When outnumbered in battle, a lancer may lose his composure and succumb to panic. Should this happen, all of his training will swiftly free his mind, and he will struggle to overcome opponents whom he may have already bested with ease. He will, in short, contribute to his own defeat. If you wish to become a lancer in sooth, you must learn to maintain your composure at all times. Do this, and you will be able to call upon every ounce of your strength and skill when it matters most. And so is to your first task. The riverbanks of the Central Shroud are home to vile king known as the Yarzons. Fiercely territorial, these creatures will attack anyone who strays too close, making them the bane of fisherfolk. They typically fall upon their prey en masse, barring all avenues of escape before closing in for the kill. What must go through their mind of the victim in that instant of panic and despair? But be sure to tell me of you upon your return. Needless to say, I would have you brave in each such an encounter. Take this sack of decisively Nausian bait and use it to lure the ever-ravenous creatures out of their nests. It may be the only one curious Yarzon appears, but what if 2 or 3 follow in the scent? Let's see how you fare then. Go now, my young lancer, and learn what it means to fight with composure. He's clearly never heard of Sun Tzu, has he? Badger, mushroom. Yeah, sorry, water spike. I didn't actually mean to. They do look pretty damn intimidating. Yards on this. Welcome back, Minnow, and well done. I trust you now understand that in times of direst need, no amount of strength or skill with a spear will avail the lancer who lacks composure. You are now ready to learn the second aspect of the lancer's courage, resolve. When faced with a terrible foe, a lancer may succumb to fear and self-doubt. Should this happen, he will become defenseless, and in seeking to cover his weakness, surrender his greatest strength, namely his capacity to attack. A lancer who fears attack is naught but a man holding a pole. His spear may as well be a broomstick for all the good it would do him. It is not and will never be a shield. That you may learn the truth of my words firsthand, I bid you go to the central shroud and an area in an abandoned dungeon known as the Spirit Hold. Since the calamity, the neck of the 12 Woods had become a veritable myriad of fearsome flora. Menagerie of fearsome fauna. There you will find 3 collapsed pillars, which have become a haunt for fell creatures. You are to put them down. What manner of fiend can you expect to encounter? To reveal that would be to defeat the purpose of the lesson, my young lancer. I say only this: if you face these foes with a lancer's resolve, you will surely emerge the victor. Once you have completed the trial, pay your return to Gillian in the entrance hall. She has grasped the 2 aspects of courage. I bet that there's some trouble, though I doubt you will encounter similar difficulties. Her struggle has furnished her with certain insights which I think you would benefit from hearing. Lancer learns best from what he's doing, but with the wisdom of his seniors is not entirely without worth. Go now, Minnow, and do as I bid you. Okay. Was Spirit Holder 1.0 dungeon? Damn big frog. Murdering ladybugs. I have been expecting you, Minna. By your return, I trust you will now understand the importance of resolve. Like one's flesh, courage can be made strong. It is a matter of training each of its aspects. Now the endeavour may prove difficult in the beginning. God knows how much I struggled. You may suffer untold humiliation and more frustration than you can bear, but we must persevere. Whenever you engage an opponent, whenever in training or in earnest, make a conscious effort to fight with composure and resolve. Over time, doing so will become second nature, and you will acquire such courage as you never thought you could be yours. Mind you, not all battles entail a physical clash of might. It could simply be a disagreement born of a conflict in ideology. The point is, it matters not what battlefield you stand upon, so long as you take care to be composed and resolute. Your courage will grow. Did that make any sense? Even a little? I fear I cannot hold a candle to Guildmaster Uwain. But if there is naught I could do to assist you in your training. What was that? Something afoot in the training area. And you call yourselves Lancers. Pathetic. You're next, Guildmaster. Arm yourself and face me. Refuse, and all know that you are no true Lancer. Say what you will, I'm above provocation. Craven to the last man. Ah, but what have we here? Wait, she's but a novice. But makes no odds to me. You yourself admitted her to your ranks, did you not? Very well. I shall withdraw for now. Yet know that only the fearless are fit to wear the mantle of Lancer. I look forward to measuring your worth in the days to come. I do like the scale armour. There is naught more to see. Return to your drills. You made no attempt to evade his thrust. Did your opponent so unnerve you as to deprive you of your senses? Well, it is of little consequence now. You need pay no further heed to our uninvited guest, lest you wonder it is not uncommon for challengers to come pounding on our door, seeking to test their mettle. For now, dedicate yourself to tempering the two aspects of courage, the composure from bring the sum of your strength and test your bear against your foes, and resolve of attack when fear should stay your hand and befits a Lancer. When we next meet, I shall have another trial for you, one which will put your courage to test. Until then, continue to apply yourself for training. Farewell, Minnow. first, stop off at the market and dump some shit. What's that? Right. White mage time. Well met, adventurer. You have come to the Steelgate Fane, home of the Conjurers Guild. We conjurers harness the power of earth, wind and water to abound in nature, and thereby weave spells of healing and protection. Ever do we seek noble souls to initiate into our mysteries. Might you be such a soul, come to join the guild. Now allow me to provide you with an overview of what it is to be a conjurer. Conjuring is an art of healing and purification. Its practitioners harness the power of nature that they may bring about the change in the form of spells. Primitive magic such as the once wrought by individuals known as mages, meaning those who with the ability to manipulate ether, have existed since the dawn of time. It is not until some 5 centuries ago that conjuring emerged from this shapeless amalgamation of spells and charms, in an event which led to the founding of Gridania. In those dark days, the elementals would not suffer man's presence in the Twelvewood, forcing our forebears to make their homes beneath the earth in the great subterranean city of Gillamora. But the desire to settle within the Twelvewood continued to burn fiercely. Time and again they sought to curry the elements' favour. Unlike men and other creatures bound by the temples of flesh, the elementals are beings of pure ether. Recognising this, the mages have held a reason that the talents of etheric manipulation might allow them to commune with these diaphone enigmatic creatures. It took 5 long decades, but our forebears finally succeeded. They rewarded the elementals permission to dwell in the Twelvewood. So it was that the nation of Gridania was born. Since that time, the elementals have taught us to live as one with nature, speaking of all Gridanians through hearers, those mages who are able to commune with them. And for their intimacy with the elements, the healers would go. Keep fucking saying healers, it's hearers. Would go on to attain great mastery over the forces of nature. Thus did they conceive the art of conjuring. And that my most attentive. This is a brief history of conjuring. If you have the mind to walk our path, I wholeheartedly recommend that you join our guild. It would be my pleasure to explain the initiation process to you. Pray speak with me again when you are ready. Are your mind made up? Is your mind made up? Are you ready to join the Conjurers Guild? Yeah. That is well. I shall introduce you to our guild master, brother El Sumiyan. El Sumiyan, he resides over the Conjurers Guild, even as he serves the nation as a hero. You will find him in the meditation area within. Go to him and make known your desire to join the guild. Greetings, adventurer. I am told that you wish to become a conjurer of Stillgate fame. I am Brother Ilsumiyan, master of this guild. Before you are formally accepted into our ranks, I impart you the principles of conjuring. Pray attend me well. Conjuring is an arcane art that takes life and the living from its domain. Its primary purpose is to save as the savouring of hurts and the granting of protection. Adventurers such as yourself often stand upon the front lines in battle. Owing to this, you are like to find yourselves in many situations wherein the capacity of healing would be advantageous. Me no read the English. Mind you, there is more to conjuring than that. By harnessing the power of earth, wind, and water, conjurers are also capable of weaving spells that wreak havoc. In terms of sheer destructive power, conjuring may power in comparison to Vutamargery, but this incapacity to defend ones against aggressions more than it compensates for this relative shortcoming. In mastering healing and purification, not only will you be able to mend wounds and purge afflictions, you will also be able to breathe life back into the fallen. More than simple healers, yet no true dealers of destruction, conjurers realise their full potential when they employ their powers in support of others. This, my dear adventurer, is what it means to be one of us. Mayhap it was too much of a grasp upon a single hearing. But worry not, for the meaning of my words will become clear to you in due time. You will come to understand that conjuring is not the sole province of conjurer. Should you wish to walk our path, you must needs ask you summoning vow to embrace nature, to heed the will of the elementals and the Twelvewood alike. Can you make this vow? Knew your answer here, your lips have parted, yet I am no less pleased to hear it. By the power vested in me, I hereby name you a member of the Conjurers Guild. If you would be so kind to lend me your hunting log, I shall add to it the names of such creatures that would pose a suitable challenge to a conjurer. And to mark this monumentous occasion, I present you with this cane. Though it may be old and weathered, it will serve you well as you take your first steps upon the path of conjurer. Take up your cane, Minnow, and present yourself to me once more. I will assign you your first task as a conjurer of the Stillgate farm.
Shouldn't you clean up your armor?
You know me very well. I don't clear her things up. Clear out the armory? You must be joking. I like to have it full of shit. Yay, I'm a conjurer. The part of the conjurer becomes you, Minnow. Without further ado, I assign you the first task of a conjurer of the Stillglade farm. You're just beyond the city gates. You'll encounter squirrel, ladybugs, and fungars. I would have you stay free of each. Lest you wonder how I can call the taking of life, know that things are not what they once were. As a consequence of the calamity, I may add, through no fault of their own, these creatures have become a burden of the Twelvewood, a burden it cannot well bear. As a conjurer, it is your duty to carry out the will of the forest, and by employing your powers in doing so, You will come to learn something of the art of your art. Go now and perform your first task in the name of the elementals. Go and murder some innocent animals. Sounds like an embracing of nature. Are you sure we're not black mages? They changed the picture for stone. I just noticed it.
Yeah.
Somebody's. Welcome back, Miller. The elementals have told me of your success. By placing yourself in the midst of nature and seeing it with a conjurer's eyes, you have taken your first step along the path to enlightenment. Healing, protection, and destruction. Though our spells vary in function, they will all derive their power from the same source, the forces embodied in all creation. By gaining a true understanding of these, a conjurer may call upon them to manipulate his environment, thereby realizing the state of being that he desires. Ah yes, yours is a familiar look, a very picture of confusion. Be not disheartened, for comprehension shall come in due time. For now you must learn to reach out from all forces emboldened in each of us. Pray hearken to my instructions. Breathe deep and open your eyes to that which cannot be seen. Feel the myriad life around you and draw upon its boundless reservoir of energy. Take up your cane and use it to lend that energy form. Go forth, my young conjurer, and be one with the world. Return to me when you have learned to draw upon the forces around you with the same ease you draw upon those within. Okay, buddy boy, trying to give me a silly stick. It is good to see you again, Minnow. By an air of the serenity that surrounds you, it is plain that you have learned to draw upon the energy of creation. I am glad it is a wellspring of our power, yet an energy of creation is not one thing that may and to be could call upon without first knowing each is conjury at its most basic. As a part of your continuing education, it is my desire that you now learn about the element of earth. Make your way to the blessed bud in the north shroud, and there partake in the hearer Nonanel's wisdom. The depth of his affinity with the elements of rock and soil is all but unique amongst conjurers, and he is gifted instructor besides. You may be certain of receiving a most enlightening lesson on the subject of earth. Why does it me that they feel like the conjurers and white mages feel like Jedi?
Yeah. Fancy world's Jedi. I mean the rock bits. Throwing rocks at people.
No, the infinity with nature and stuff, and that's like the force is like supposed to be one with the force. Why am I walking? I have no idea why.
That is a very good question.
I've a perfectly good chocobo and I can't be bothered to use him. You seek hero no now. Then seek no more, for you have found him. What can I do for you, friend? So, brother Isumi Yan bid you come to me to learn the elements of earth. That is well. The power of earth is so solid. It's the solid foundation upon which a conjurer stands. I could happily lecture you for days in its intricate variations and properties, but I rather suspect the busy life of an adventurer would not afford the time required for such an extended discourse. Accordingly, I shall offer you an opportunity to experience the qualities of earth firsthand in combat. Now mark me well, Minnow, and do exactly as I command. East of here is the grounds of the Tree Speak stables. There exists a patch of soil which bears the mark of corruption. Seek it out. When you have found the place, reach out with the focus of the earth's trauma and attempt to commune with it as all conjurers can. Resentful of your What the fuck happened there? Just lots of opus just run across the screen.
Fate.
Yeah, but the fate was over there.
Yeah, but the fate is over.
Yeah, but the fate was over there. Over that direction. They shouldn't have come from that direction.
Odd.
Resentful of your intrusion, the tainted being for that feasts unseen upon the energies seeping from the wounded earth shall then appear. Using the powers of conjuring, strike it down and permit the land a chance to heal. Much of the nature of earth will be revealed to you during these struggles. Minnow, I trust you will return to me a wiser woman than she who now departs. Okay. Yeah, the vote was over there. They shouldn't have come from that direction. It's very weird. They definitely came from a fate. It's just weird looking at them, watching them run across the screen. Whee! Welcome back, Minnow. The animals a whisper of your accomplishments. How did it feel to confront that embodiment of Earth, to endure its onslaught? Has the crushing power of this element shaken the very marrow of your bones? Corruption occurs when the land's wounds are prevented from healing. In vanquishing the tainted sprite, you have permitted the earth's energies to flow unimpeded and to nourish the land once more. Can you not sense the strength of the earth returning? Already the land begins to heal. Thanks to your actions, the field will once again bear bountiful crops. When you next have the reason to call upon your art, look back upon this task and that in which you have accomplished. Experience once more the grinding weight of Earth's fury and revel in its memory of life flowing in you through the land you help restore. With such thoughts, shall your understanding of nature continue to grow. I hope you are paying attention, Slovene. To see this adventurer here, Minnow came all the way from Stillgate Farm just to hear my lesson. You would do well to learn from her example. If you wish to become a conjurer worthy of name, you must make an effort to study nature. Do you attend me, young lady? Why should I bother studying nature? I can conjure already. See? You have a rare gift for healing, Slovene. a wonderful gift, yet there is more to being a conjurer than I don't want to be. Don't want to do more. I want to heal. I'm good at healing. You can't make me do those other things. Sometimes I wonder why I even try. Stephane joined the guild shortly before you came to us. As you yourself just experienced, she possesses a prodigious talent for healing. Indeed, despite her tender years, I know a few conjurers who are equal in that field. Alas, nature, the very wellspring of her power, holds no interest for the child, and when she should be by rights be learning about the land, she prefers instead to wander it healing people on a whim. You, in contrast, have been the most attentive student. I have taught you all I know of the element of earth. You may report back to Brother Usumi and tell him as much. I want to go. I want to jump down there. I want to swim in the water. Minnow, you have returned, but tell me, how did you fare under Nananel's expert tutelage? Have you delved deep into the earth and felt its suffocating weight? Is its life-sustaining vigour? Such experiences will serve you well, and you are aught else to report. A fledgling conjurer named Levine casts healing magic upon you. How kind of her. I must confess that sharing Nananel's frustration with the girl. As you yourself have witnessed, Levine's possesses a natural talent for conjuring of mending and restoration. Alas, her gifts appear to have blinded her to the need for study, and she outright refuses to learn about the natural world. She knows nothing of the elements of earth and wind, and is quite incapable of conjuring even the tiniest pebble or the faintest breeze. I've tried upon numerous occasions to explain to her that conjurers who are ignorant of the sources of their power pose a risk to themselves and others, but to no avail. Should she continue to deny the debt that she owes to nature and indulge in even more reckless displays of power, there may even be a possibility that she will create a dangerous imbalance. Needless to say, I am presently at a loss to know how such an eventuality might be prevented. And a thought occurs to you, it may be that you have encountered with Slovene is ordained by the elementals. Should you chance to meet her again, I ask that you strive to impress upon her the importance of opening oneself to nature's voice. Mayhap she will listen to you. But we have discussed our wayward young friend's education enough. Let us speak instead of one more winning pupils, namely you. The progress you have made that does you great credit, and though you have yet to new to the art of conjuring, you are no stranger to nature's embrace. Considering all that you have learned, I hope that you understand the true significance of these words. Yay. I have a shield. Yay.
And a branch.
Hmm.
Or twig.
A twig. They kind of abandoned this quite early on, didn't they?
Yeah, I think it's only Realm Reborn that has it.
Yeah.
Both Conjurer and
A shield.
Archmage.
Hmm. There's only a sniff left. That's not the way. We'll get to level 13, then I'm going to do Paladin. Actually. No, not that one. I want to ban the duty finder before it finds me something. Withdraw. That might level me up. Minnow, I must apologise for my early behaviour. As first sword, my duty is not only to foster your growth as a gladiator, but also to protect you from the dangers you are not yet ready to face. I did not know that Levold had become the leader of the Arcaran. Had he chosen to bear his steel at us, many and more of us would have not returned alive. I need to know why he had turned into a life of crime, and so I've ordered my best men to scour Fanaland for any trace of his whereabouts. Fortunately, only one of them has disappeared. I have strong suspicion that he has been taken prisoner by the Alcaran, or worse. If there is any hope of saving him, we must act quickly. I would have you search for our missing comrade. His last report stated that he was tracking the Alcaran near the Hammers in the western Hanaland. If you go there, you may yet find some clues to his fate. I've been far too reckless in recent days, and let too many good gladiators come to harm. Please, may I find our missing comrade and bring him home safe. Sure thing, boss. You know, you get to learn a little secure from Vanland.
Yeah, ship.
Oh yeah, the ferry docks.
That's the only way you can get there. Just from Vesper Bay.
Pray return to the waking sands. It's a trap, sister. That is some fine swordsmanship, you know. Malaya, the first sword, certainly knows how to pick 'em. And even after all these years, I cannot bring myself to call her that. See, I still remember when her father first brought her to the guild. A wee lass who cried at the sight of her naked still. But to look at her now, you'll swear she was born with a blade in her hand. Not like she had much of a choice, but she got to rise to the occasion. Know what would, with all the trouble Aldous got into the 7 years ago. Selfish bastard. He should never. But then enough of my rambling. I'll make my way back to Udar upon after a short rest. You may go ahead and tell Melina that I'm fine. You know, thank the gods you're all right. I heard about the ambush at the Hammers. Excellent work. You've been invaluable to the guild, and I cannot thank you enough. In fact, I believe you deserve much needed rest. Take some time to yourself and return when you are recuperated. Before you go, speak with Lulutsu. I believe she has a message for you. Amino, the very gladiator I was seeking, lean closer, and I will not have the others hear my words. Aldous sends his regards and requests you meet him at the Lich Yard in Eastern Vanland. Naturally, I'm not divulged his information to the First Sword. As you may have gathered from their previous interactions, she's still rather upset with him, and would likely forbid any further association. Quite understandable, since he was clearly being groomed to become the next guild master before the horrible scandal. That they would have made such a lovely couple. Forgive me, this is hardly an appropriate topic for a conversation. Anyway, you may have my own word that the First Sword will not hear of any rendezvous from me. I like a woman who keeps me waiting. It nurtures the sense of anticipation. It's been 7 years since Manila's father was laid to rest here. He was mean and stubborn, an old war goat through and through, but gods when he danced with a sword in hand. It was pure poetry in motion. Manila was right. There's no way I could have known that what it was like for her back then, forced to replace her father under such terrible circumstances. And who might you be? Another of Lelevold's lackeys? Master Lelevold has been most distressed since learning of your return. This is unacceptable. Your master does not deserve your loyalty, kitten. When you have outlived your usefulness, you'll dispose to be like so many others. Believe me, I speak from personal experience. Say what you will, I will not be swayed. She looks awfully determined to kill me. Still, I'm not really in the mood to play. Mind stealth stopping her, Minna? You've gotten stronger. Good. I'm glad the Melina has a woman like you to rely upon. She's her father's daughter, a leader of men, a true warrior, and an obstinate woman who lets her feelings cloud her judgment. Which is why she needs to be surrounded by dependable people who will give her a good counsel and keep her temper in check. Now more than ever. Stick by her. She needs you more than she knows. I'll do what I can. Thank you. I know this business with Leovold and the Alcaran has everyone on edge. It's almost over now. You have my word. I owe it to our old man to put an end to this, to give him peace in Thal's realm, by making that bastard Leovold finally answer for his crimes. Remember what I said, Miller. Now go. She's probably wondering where you are. Pugilist and the Black Mage in Udar, isn't it?
Sorry?
Is it Pugilist and the
Yes.
Futamaj? Oh, fuck, they are Black Mages.
Thaumaturge.
Thaumaturge.
Yeah.
Thaumaturge.
I think that's how you pronounce it.
Sounds like a rash. Why are you staring?
Shield.
Why are you staring at me like that, Minnow? Is something in the matter? You're behaving rather oddly. Well, I'm afraid I've no news regarding the Alcaran's movements. I remain confident that we will soon find them, though I so to keep your blade sharp. First Swordman is extremely upset due to a recent turn of events. Well, can't have that now, can we? Damn it all to the seven hells. This is madness. It's Aldous. He's been arrested by the Brass Blades. They claim he was plotting to assassinate the Sultana. This is utter nonsense. He has no motive to do so, and whatever I said about the man, he would never resort to using poison. The Alcaran must be behind this. they have failed to kill him time and time again, and now they are reaching out to their monetarist allies. I didn't want to believe that Wymond would be when he has such an influence. But wait, that's it. If anyone can help unravel this plot, it's Wymond. He has a reputation for knowing things he shouldn't, after all. Find Wymond and see what he can tell us. Aldous has many things, but he is not a murderer. Sword's bigger than me. Wymond, man of many talents. I was wondering when you would come along, Minnow. Frankly, I'm surprised Aldous went so quietly. He ought to know that there's no walking away from this. What happened to Aldous and 11-year-old 7 years ago? You really don't know, do you? Best I start at the beginning, then. Aldous is something of an enigma. He and Levold were two of the greatest gladiators ever to grace the blood sands. But then he threw it all in a fine and hard-fought. He threw all that hard-fought glory away for a few Gilmore. See, the average Aldan loves a good Colosseum fight, but what better way than make gladiator spectacle more entertaining than wagering on the outcome? So when it got out that Aldous was orchestrating the match-fixing scheme for untold proportions, well, you can imagine the shock and anger the people felt. He was expelled from the Colosseum when all his wins were stricken from the record. Your guild master Melilla got the worst of it, though. Not only was her friend exposed as a fraud, but around the same time her father fell ill and passed away. There are some oddities surrounding his death, too. It was rumoured that he took his own life out to shame of his disgraced pupil, or that he might have been murdered by the man. Baseless conjecture, really, but it made Aldous look much worse. In the end, Manila lost two of the most important men in her life, and was forced to take charge of the guild alone. And Levold, he tried to go it solo in the blood sands, but it wasn't the same. Without Aldous, his career was finished. Now you know the nature of the man, so you so desperately want to save. Though judging from the look in your eye, I gather you still have your reservations. Fine then. You can't blame me for doubting the man found in possession of Regard's vial. 'Tis a vile poison, rare and expensive too. Only the Corpse Brigade knows how to make it, I hear. God knows why they would give it to Aldous. Could go to the headquarters in the Spectre in the Southern Fountainland and ask him direct, I reckon. As an aversion to direct confrontation, personally, I don't. Why don't? But you don't, do you? By the by, should you save the poor bastard's life, tell him that we're even, and I hope that it was all worth it. I did this on my other one. There was a level 40 fate conjured up here.
Really?
Yeah, it's like, and every time I tried to get in there, it's like I just got absolutely mauled. There's an entrance there, but I can't fucking see it. Mm. So show the peeps how it is to grind. Die, you penis. This might not end.
You'll be fine.
You guys are incredibly annoying. Hello, Austin. I am streaming Sebi. So you get story time with Jamesy.
No.
Pat's not streaming. That sounds like a terrible story.
Yeah. You're quite low off the phone.
Yeah, you are. Well, I want to get used to it. Denied. Where have you been, Minnow? Aldous has been given over to the custody of the Sancarium. And they mean to execute him. We must do something. This poison is. You proved that the Alcaran purchased it from the Corpse Brigade. Thank the gods, you've done it. Quickly, we must show this to the official presiding over the execution at the High Bridge. Go now. Well, you knew the risks. The Sanctarium has sentenced you to death for crimes against the Sultanate. Have you any last? Who are you? What do you want? Bill of a wrinkled bill of sale details the dealings between the Alcaran and the Corpse Brigade for the purchase of a deadly poison known as the Regards Bile. Terrible poison made famous for its use by assassinating an Anamegan king. These are bold accusations you make a venture. However, the Sanctorum has found the prisoner guilty in the eyes of gods and men, and he will be executed forthwith. Don't waste your breath, Minnow. Foul scales have always yielded a wealth above all else, and the Revolt spent a fortune to secure my sentence. Silence, criminal, and you, what are you waiting for? Do it. Where did that Aldous? Just couldn't stay away, could you? Well, at least I don't have to steal the hand man's axe. If the gods are to have blood this day, I'm afraid it won't be mine. Since you two are so devout, perhaps you would be willing to offer yourselves in exchange? Mercy. Interfering with the law is a heinous crime. In fact, I believe it is punishable by death. I had a feeling that the spectacle would draw you here. I should have dealt with you myself from the start. Come, let's dance, brother. so it's to be a rematch. Very well, I accept. Manila, on the other hand, others will need you, Leave him to me. Just die. Oh, little potatoes.
Nothing wrong, is there?
He died? Oh. Piss.
Shameful display.
It happens.
Yeah.
Shaver this way. Second mate was keeping the healer alive. I should have killed him straight away.
No, we just always have priority.
Aldous. Aldous. You almost had me, Levold. Stay back. I won't have your pity. You just had to have it all, didn't you? Just one victory. Just one bloody match. But your precious ego couldn't accept that. You ruined everything. Tell me, Aldous, how does it feel to lose your name, your legacy, everything you ever loved? I know. I want to know how much you suffered. Let it go, Levold. It's over. Like hell it is. I swear you will never know peace. Not in this life or the next. Levold, no. You know damn well neither of us will see Val's realm. Let us go. Our comrades are waiting. I'm glad you were there, Minnow. Without you, I doubt we could have defeated the Alcaran. Thank you. Have you ever considered the Colosseum? You make a wonderful attraction. Of course, you need a title to befit your prowess. Now that it's over, you are saying...
Yes.
Well, the world may be dead, but the Alcaran are far from finished. I'd rather not linger and give them a chance to regroup and seek revenge. It is a true tragedy. I cannot enjoy the company of Aldar's lovely ladies any longer, but I have faith that equally radiant beauties await me in the distant lands. Aldous, sigh. No, another word, my dear. It's bad enough that the First Sword has permitted the disgraced gladiator to fraternise with her subordinates. Can you imagine the scandal if she became personally involved with the man? Nevertheless, I understand how you feel, Manila. I know I have this effect on the fairer sex. I should have let the headsman have his way with you. That way you might learn something of humanity. But now I'm supposed to remember the lesson without a head. Your father would be proud of you, Manila. Don't ever change. Ah yes, there's one more thing I wanted to say to you before I go, Minnow. 7 years ago, before my last match on the Blood Sands, I was given an offer, a sultan's ransom in exchange for a loss. Levold begged and pleaded, but I just couldn't do it. Call it honour or pride or whatever you like. I made my choice, and despite all that came of it, to this day I have no regrets. It is a simple thing to know what's right. Listen to that heart of yours, and it will never lead you astray. Trust in your comrades, have faith in your skills, and you will triumph over any adversary. And with that, I bid you all farewell. I better not have to wait 7 years to see that bastard again. There's still so much I want to. What in the seven hells are you all looking at? This is a training hall. Why aren't you all training right now? You think all it takes to stand down the bloodstains is a sword and a stupid grin? No, it takes years of hard work, an ocean of blood and sweat, and an unbreakable will. Every man and woman has to be potential to become a champion, but it's you and you alone who decide your destiny. So answer me now, gladiators. Will you follow in the footsteps of your brothers and sisters and inscribe your names in legend?
I think I found the perfect thing to earn money from.
Yeah.
Nazi the ring. I sold 125 of them for 950,000 gil.
Nice. Oh, there you are. Perfect timing. I just heard a juicy bit of gossip that I know you're just going to be interested in. Apparently, and remember you heard this from me, the Sultan's sworn elite are sharing the secret skills and training of Paladin. Incredible, I know. Sultan Sworn have an exclusive monopoly on the instruction of Paladin skills. Once upon a time, if you weren't one of those officer tracked elites, then you had no chance of learning the arts. The competition to get to the top was very fierce indeed, let me tell you. But anyone who joined had to swear an oath of fealty to the Ildanian Sultanate, which meant no more venturing, no more daring do, and no more Colosseum. Just languishing about in the palace all day polishing plate mail. That's why news of this is so big. Now anyone with a bit of commitment can learn the skills of a paladin, and no memorising the 55 commandments of the sworn, or any other nonsense either. This is a golden, no platinum opportunity that comes once but a lucky adventurer's lifetime. Let this slip through your fingers and regret will be your dessert. You need to go to the Royal Promenade of the Hustings Strip. Find the Captain Sworn Elite, Genis is his name, and tell him how you're dying to become a paladin. What did you sell?
Nazi the ring. Gathers food. Boost your GP with 29%.
Jennings. Yes, I am Jennings, member of the Sultan Sworn Elite and servants of the Uldan Sultanate. Unless my instincts deceive me, you have come to inquire about training as a paladin. If so, you would have your name, good woman. Minnow, a fine name. I bid you welcome and salute your noble resolve. But if you aspire to paladinhood, you should understand what it means. Paladin swears allegiance to the Sultanate. A paladin shall be the sword and shield of the Sultanate. A paladin defends the people of the realm. Sellswords are gladiators, and the others of their ilk wield their blades for themselves, but a paladin serves the greater good. The greater good.
The greater good.
Do you understand? The battle arts that the paladin learns have been held secret, nurtured, and perfected within the ranks of the Sultan Sworn Elite for nigh on these 600 years. Of all those sworn to protect the Sultanates, the soldiers, the mounted guards, and the knights, we all are elite of the elite. Our conviction unwavering and our hearts true, our sword skills without peer. But the glory of the Sultan Sworn, well, much of it is buried in the past now. Our brotherhood grows smaller by the year. We are a shadow of what we once were, and the Sultana turns to Sellswords to defend her palace. All this because of one traitor. No, because of a bolt of dishonor left by one who shall not be named. And because of him, we have been forced to seek the help of able-bodied adventurers. And there you are. We shall instruct you in the paladin military arts. You will not be inducted into the Sultan Sworn, but serve as a free paladin. Greater good. However, you will show us both your sword and your heart have metal. You are worthy of the honor. In the ruins of the south of Little Amigo, you will find an iron brazier. Light it, and the undead nearby will be drawn to the flame. Slay these monsters and give their hearts to the fire. Return and present me their ashes as proof of your deed. Now would be paladin, show me the metal of your heart and steel in your blade.
I'm gonna jump off.
See you later.
Yep. See you tomorrow. Toodaloo.
Bye. If you are in this place searching for the undead, then you must be a petitioner seeking the secrets of the paladin arts. Make no mistake, simply learning the paladin sword playing does not make you a paladin, nor does the armor you wear or the status you claim. I am just another 18-free paladin, but you would do well to heed my counsel. Strike off the shackles that bind your spirit, lift the visor that blinds, and find the true path of a paladin. Here, you'll be returning to the captain, yes? Then give him this crystal. The way you use the sword reminds me of a man I used to know. My eyes may be old, but they see the truth well enough. Be a paladin strong and true, devote yourself to the way and become a beacon of light. Face the undead monsters who infest the ruined south of the Amigo in the southern van and defeat them and return with the proof of your deed. Yes, that's what I needed. Proof that you have defeated the undead. You have shown that your heart is true and your sword has metal. I have no doubt you will prove to be an attentive pupil. That is well, for there is much to learn. First and foremost is this. You are a paladin now, a custodian of traditions, ancient and noble. A free paladin has no master. Instead, she travels all the lands and in every place takes up the cause of the unarmed and defenceless. You swear fealty not to a lord but to yourself. You are the nobility among adventurers. You have taken your first steps on a new path and have earned the right to bear this soul of the paladin. Upon its surface is carved the deeds of paladins of eras past. She who bears it commands the respect of all knights of honour. Bahamut's Fang, you already possess a crystal, and you say it was given to you by an unknown free paladin. Who told you to hand it to me? Where is this crystal of which you speak? I demand you show it to me at once. Curse him. He makes a mockery of the trial. That crystal you bear is indeed the soul of the paladin, but it is disgraced and impure. It was stolen from us when the Sultan sworn. The man who gave you this soul was the very traitor whom I have been seeking for these many moons. He is an oath-breaker who bent the knee to the Yordar Sultanate and who swore allegiance to the Sultan sworn, and then single-handedly sullied our name and trampled it underfoot until it was lost, perhaps forever. How dare he give counsel on the paladin way? Sounds like an angry man, doesn't he? This soul was polluted, and I must dispose of it. When you come to wield your sword as a paladin, the only soul you may wear is that which is bestowed by the captain of the Sultan's sworn. That traitor is no Sultan's sworn, still less a captain. But giving you a soul, he insulted not only the Brotherhood, but you too. Perhaps an adventurer like yourself finds our rules nothing more than a nuisance, but through the reigns long and short, our forebears in the Sultan's sworn have preserved its rituals and traditions, and we are duty-bound to uphold them, even if men and women within our own ranks scorn them as relics. It has been my fate to be named captain of the Sultan Sworn in his troubled times, though I did not ask for this honour. I have bent the knee to the Sultana and sworn fealty, and I will fight to restore our honour and name. You wield a skilled blade, and more importantly, you have met the traitor face to face. Your great task as paladin will help me bring him to justice. You must be ready yourself, marshal your resources, and hone your skills until the time comes when you are able to discharge your duty. The journey will be long, but you are a paladin now, and honour binds you as surely as an oath. Welcome to the Futa March Guild. It is fate that has guided your steps here, friend. Within these hallowed halls are the arts of devastation are taught, primeval magics with which to bring about an enemy's ruin. If you would join our ranks and wield power through to Marjorie, Mataruchi. Yeah. I urge you to seize this moment and confide in me your arcane ambitions. Yes, there is truly no other answer, was there? Lean closer now, and I shall whisper to you the fruit of Marjorie's beginnings. The nation of Udar inherited traditions from the ancient Beladir, a city founded by the descendants of the first mages. The secrets of these industrious sorcerers were ultimately entrusted to the priests of the Order of Nafal, who had passed down from generations to generations ever since. Focused and refined over centuries of use in the Order's funeral rites, the arcane magics of our ancestors eventually emerged as an art that we now know as Futamachiri. A freezing blizzard to halt corruption, a raging fire to cleanse the corpse, a bolt of lightning to expel the sins of a mortal life. The dual movers employed in the preparation of the dead are equally efficacious when applied to the living. Thus does our guild thrive in the depths of the Azarin Azori, a sanctuary devoted to Fowl, a divine arbiter of the afterlife. What say you, adventurer? Would you plumb the abysmal depths of Tutamazri? Let our learned sages guide your descent. But before you leap into the darkness, you must prove our guild master that you possess the spiritual fortitude necessary to look upon which awaits therein. When you're ready to submit to the judgment of our most intimate mages, say the word. Well, adventure, will you join our guild and presume you ignore the utterings of impatient destiny? A wise decision indeed. Prepare your limitations, for you shall study the volume as a fundamental futamutaragic principle, all 108 of them. Or at least I would have such requirements had not been abolished. Too great a deterrent of fresh novices, they said. I suppose you shall just have to settle for calling upon the collective wisdom of our guild masters. We have 5, you see, all brothers of the same house. Though they all wield the same supreme authority, it is the eldest who provides the singularly voice of the guild, with one required. Master Coco, Coco B, Coco B Go, I believe. Who? What? Oh, Fard's teeth, miss, did your mother never tell you not to startle us through too much? Look at the expectant face, Coco Bigo. This lady is obviously a new applicant for the guild seeking audience of our oldest brother. Oh, yeah. Oh, Prelate Yatalake. She can recite the 307 verses of the feudatory rites of the virtuous fallen, but simply tasked with keeping our name straight seems to be beyond her grasp. Well, I, for one, find the constant confusion endlessly entertaining. My apologies, my dear. My merriment is not meant to mock you, or your mistake. It is our sibling Kokobuki whom you should speak. Yay! All done. What's this? What's this? Fal has led us a new aspirant. Kokobuki. Where were you here? Were you here the entire time? Greetings, child. I am Kokobuki the eldest, and I would venture to say the wisest of the 5 masters of the Futamishers Guild. It is my solemn duty to furnish our would-be initiates with the secret understanding of our beloved art. Thus, I would have your fullest attention. To wield Futamisheri, you must unleash devastation upon the highest magnitude. The lethal force of our spells far exceed the destructive capabilities of any other form of arcane manipulation. Fire, lightning, blizzard, summonance. The Futamisheri Guild calls upon the expansive arsenals of offensive incarnations to incapacitate and obliterate all manner of adversaries. Open your mind to our sorcerer's teachings, and you too shall hold upon the unparalleled power of our discipline in the palm of your hand. Of course, such power has a price. You must be willing to plunge headfirst into the forbidding chasm of Futamisheri's secrets, for the advancement in this art comes only with the completion of a deadly and terrible trials. I ask you now, aspirant, are you prepared to leap into the abyss in the pursuit of a parallel unrivaled? A confident response. Your name, if you will. Very well, Minnow. Let us mark your initiation with 3 intimately practical gifts. My first gift to you shall be the addition to your hunting log the names of such enemies that will prove suitable for your training as a Futamach. The second and third gifts is a spectre and shield, instruments that shall need you to focus the destructive force of your will. Okie dokie. Yes, see you in the morning. Bye. Did you believe your initiation over, my dear disciple? We've only just begun. Take your new weapons in hand, and I will set you forth upon your first trial. Falmutage. It's Falmutage. Fumitage. Fumitage. Fumitage? Pretty sure it's Fumitage. Now, where did he put that weird... Where did he put that stick? Look, I need it. Withered scepter. Let's see. There it is. The scepter well complements the avid desire for destructive power written within your features. Now, we shall complete your initiation with a trial to test the limits of your aptitude at challenging futomatery. Huge hornets, star marmots, and snapping shrews inhabit this land in abundance. Exercise your sorcerous might and slay 3 of each of these creatures before returning to my side. And where are these fuckers? They're all in the same place. Snapping shrews. Basically, fire uses magic, ice restores MP. And that's what they're trying to say. That magic, lets you change between the two. It's just giving me the transpose. Oh, what I'll do, so I will hand in this quest. I'll be going for nearly 3 hours. I still haven't unlocked all the quests. No. I still have to 2 more to unlock yet. You have satisfied looking of a mage who has utterly vanquished her foes, Minna. I formally welcome you into the Brotherhood of the Thaumaturge. Your purpose of this trial was to gauge your capacity of wielding a Thaumaturge, an innate equality, the limits of which are bound by the level of etheric energy flowing through your physical being. Ether is the very stuff of life, exists within all living creatures to a greater or lesser extent. Remember this, for this is the most basic law of arcane manipulation. As your experience grows, you shall reserve the metallurgical endurance. The wellspring of your magical might will also swell in response to moments of extreme terror and duress. When you find yourself seeking greater challenge, when next you crave the thrill of exquisite fear, that is when you shall know the time has come for you to visit me once more. Also, the Black Mage, or in this case, the Thaumaturge, is the slowest leveling of all the classes in Final Fantasy XIV. Ask me why, it just is. So, last one we have is Pugilist, and the other one is Thief. Is it Thief? We call it Thief. Rogue. Then we'll have all the ARRs things. Also, I've forgotten I have to do some Scholar's story as well, because that's nearly done. So that's my mistake. We'll probably cover that in the next part. So, where are we? Part 20? Part 19. We'll carry on the MSQ. I will level these things up off screen. I don't know whether you want me to continue showing the stories, the arcs. It takes a long time because there's so much story quest, require class quests, and they are really, really long. But I'll try my best to cover all of them. Until then, thank you very much for watching on the Big BHT. Please subscribe, comments are welcome, and I appreciate any thumbs up as well. And I will see you in part 19 when we go and find the Enterprise. Till then, ciao for now.